folks, and what we've got coming today is a bit of class. We shall have a look and see what it is in the down view. So what we have here is the unboxing. Aeromatic 1912, Tauchmeister 1937. It's not a current model. Very nice tin. Look at that. This is in exquisite condition. There isn't a mark, scratch. The only thing is a slight bit of wear on the leather. Original warranty card. Came from Timpson's, the service. Aeromatic A1250. Guaranteed for 1 year. So this was serviced. Ooh, it's interesting. This was serviced a month ago. So it's probably what it is. It's like because it's quartz, it's probably just had a new battery, bit of a clean and tidy inside. So let's have a look at that watch. Look at that tin there. So here we are. Now this has got the rotary slide rule. There's two pushers. I don't know if you can see the two pushers there. There's the thing for the fixed bezel. It's a high hand. You'll see why. You see there's perpetual seconds on the bottom dial. Okay. No, it's not a whizzy sort of chronograph. So you press the top button again to stop it. Bottom button causes it to fly back. You can sit there, do that, and it just does that automatically. So I guess this is probably got the same high-end Miyota quartz movement as my Oscar Emil, because the layout's the same, the function's the same. So yeah, I mean there's nothing wrong with that. It's got a very, very nice brushed, sort of like brushed steel, brushed alloy thing. If you look on the back, it's got a very, very nicely engraved case back. 20, I would say that's a 20mm strap. Very, very, very nice, soft calf sort of leather. So what do you think of that then? I think that is absolutely exquisite. And I mean, I did look up, I did find the book price, I can't remember what it is now, but I paid not even 10% of the book price. I've been having a good run on eBay lately. It's something really quite funny today. I've put a really cheeky bid on a 28 megapixel Sanyo digital camera with battery and charge and all that. Excuse me. And the person who was winning it or won it decided they didn't want it, so the owner, the seller said, "Oh, second chance." My bid was for £1. So oh, I'm really loving it. And we're going to have a look at something else as well. This is one of the projects that I'm working on. As you can see that, this is the V600. Now you can see the second hand's moving, but the main hands aren't. This because it's stuck in timer mode. What's wrong with this is there's like a little gear wheel that sits under the bezel. So when you twist the bezel around to do its functions, it tells the computer where it is. Right, and like the alarm side of it's checked out. I had it last night. I had it out on the meter. I checked all the the connections. So electronically, it is fine. It is absolutely fine. So I've got the hand for the bottom dial. That's not a problem. And I've been looking at that. This kind of cream or it's like a faded Daytona yellow on the gold. And that is very, very nice looking. And this will be like, this will be my it is a grail of grails, and because it's the unusual yellow and gold. Now this watch has got timer, which is stuck in at the moment, which is like times in a minute sort of thing. The fact that the big hands aren't moving anymore is because it's gone over, I think it's like 59 minutes or something. It's when it goes into just keeps ticking over. It's got a countdown timer where everything goes backwards from an hour to 0. And then it beeps when it's done. It's got alarms. It's got normal time. It's got time with hourly chimes. So when it gets to 12 o'clock, it does a little beep. And it's got a dual time function as well. It's an incredibly complex and complicated watch. I think every watch collector stuff have a dancing hands V600. They're called dancing hands because there's a thing you can do to turn it, put it into demo mode, and the hands literally fly around really, really cool. So this is going to be I am going to start breaking it down into little bits so I can clean it. But it's very clean inside. It's just so I can get to this dodgy bloody wheel that's broken. So there you go. What we'll do is we'll take it up to the up view and we'll do some more up there. Oh, there you go. Look at that. It's a real gent's watch, a real man's watch. It feels, because this is very, very soft on the inside, but it's very tough and hard on the outside. So it's stiff but pliant. Like what us blokes would like, what ladies have got to be, before age sets in. I've tried to tidy my hair up a bit, but it's not working out so good. I'm probably got all the Badger streaks coming in. I'm having problems with the Polger Olympic. It's really, really resistant the magnetism thing. So bear with me on that one. I haven't really been doing much else, being left alone by the flies at the moment. So I hope you're enjoying the extra music. I've got more music, come for videos. I've been started curating, some decent ska stuff, so a bit more a bit like 1980s, sort of mod rock, like the Police and things like that. It's a shame there wasn't any royalty-free two-tone, because I just use that all the time, because I love two-tone, especially the specials. It's absolutely my favourite band. With Madness, of course, specials, isn't it? I've bought for the Reliant a new car stereo. Because I've only got a very shallow, very shallow dashboard, I can't have a full-size stereo into it. So I've been buying these Chinese card playing ones where you put a USB in, or you put an SD card in, or you can like hook it up to your phone or something like that. I mean, the one I've got at the moment is paired up. When I get in and sit down, like if I want to, it automatically pairs, and then all I have to do is like set the mode to Bluetooth, and it will start playing the music that's on my phone. But there's no point really, because the music's on my phone is the same as the music's on the on the USB in the car. So, but this one has got like it's got some really good stuff that's coming with it. Like it's also RGB as well. You can have it set to like RGB changing, or you can set it to the colour. And I quite fancied the dark green. I thought the dark green on it looks really quite good. Oh yeah, and it's got a steering wheel remote. You just like clamp it to your steering wheel. It's on the inside of the track, and you can like change the colour. You can even answer the phone, which I thought was a very cool feature. It's got like a telephone button. You just press that if your phone's ringing, and it answers the phone. And I thought, hi, £9. Try and get something like that from Pioneer or Sony or something for £9. They're gonna laugh at you. So that's good. I've got I bought a Polaris, Paulerearis U-boat watch. It's got the same sort of arrangement like this, but it's got the big canteen crown. It's the same sort of style of. I was going to go for the black, but then I thought to myself, Chinese black PVD isn't that good. So it's the brushed metal, big canteen crown, 2 big pushers, and 2 working subdials. But unfortunately, it's not a chronograph. It's probably 24-hour and day and date or something like that. And it's got big fluorescent orange numerals on the sandwich board. A sandwich board is basically where you've got like a coloured thing under another board which has cutouts, so you get more glow from the actual thing. So I mean, that cost £18. I ain't complaining about that. I've got Oscar Emil Sigma coming. I think you'll like, because that's got like a big crown guard on it, and it's a big fat sort of like it's an analog and a digital. It's kind of like an infantry, but a bit upper, but the bracelet on it is absolutely like it's super chunky. So that I'm looking forward to that. Like that was quite a steal as well. Like I'm not going to complain about that one either. So I've not got a lot of Russian stuff coming in. I'm still waiting for my Vostok Amphibia 119 tonneau. See, up until recently, I thought the only tonneaus that you got in the Amphibia range were the 090, like the one I built. No, they actually did a lesser known one called a 119, which had a very small tonneau. So it was a smaller there, but it was just as wide, and it was just a standard Amphibia. But they all tended to have these like dark green dials with made in USSR rather than created in USSR in Cyrillic. It's a big old. I mean that they stopped when the Soviets stopped, so it was it's a big old like Soviet sort of thing, and it does seem to have some sort of affinity with like Soviet forces and stuff like that. So I'm going to research the history of that. But it's a 119. Now I bet you didn't know they existed, and I bet you didn't know that there's another case called a 280. Which is a Komandirsky case, which is becoming quite popular. It's like made of the same sort of brush steel, and stuff like that. So let's bring it back to this. Aeromatic 1912, Tauchmeister 1937, full working quartz chronograph. I can't remember. I think it's 45 45 millimeters from crown, like be a big crown to crown. So no, it's 47 crown to crown because you've got 2 crowns. See, that's crown there. Fully like integrated working rotary slide rule, which means that if you look at the inner numbers and that, you can do calculations like things like working out how much fuel you're using when you're in a boat. Like, you know, if you sail for 10 hours in one direction, like you can work it out on here, like, do the formula, write it down, do the adding and all that, and then you will have the number. Right, so that makes it, you know, you can use it for navigating, like, in the same sort of thing, like, you know, you can work out how many hours, like, you know, to do your leg of the navigation. You can work out how many hours you need to go to get to the end, sort of thing, like, you know, and at what speed, what knots and everything, like, you know. And again with planes, I mean, this is, like, you know, probably an aviation one more than, you know. I mean, it's obviously like bowing its head to the Brightly Navitimer, right? But this is a bit up for this channel, like, you know, like stepping out of the Soviet bargain basement sort of stuff that I've been doing. I quite like it. I mean, it's not going to be the last Aeromatic, because the one I want is the quad or the 6 canteen crowned full chronograph diving watch or aviation watch, like, you know. It's got like 2 huge canteens there, and there's like 2 smaller canteens like that, you know. It looks like one of those like World War II sea mine, all spikes coming out of it, like, you know. It's also super thick, you know. I do believe that one of those canteen crowns on that particular watch is actually a helium release valve. So I'm very pleased with that. I really am. Yeah, it's even got a signed thing. I mean, I've got to mention that it has got a signed crown. Right. It's a bit wobbly, the crown. So I'll have a look at that, because it probably needs to come out and tighten up. But it keeps bloody good time. Like, you know, what am I going to do? Like, you know. And a beautiful tin. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Take care, toodle pipski and all that, and all, you know, and all thumbs up.
Doch das Eindruckste nicht zu mindestens. Sie ist schneller.
Ich bin schneller.